So our next stop at Ho Chi Minh will be Chu Chi Tunnels.
Main battlefield took place in the South Vietnam, and when it comes to the blue color, that is the color for peace and independence. We hope that someday the North Vietnam they will get independence and peace. Yeah, that is the meaning of this flag right here. And by the way, have you heard about like the guerrillas? Guerrillas. Yeah, to be honest, because with the support from the U.S. soldiers, the Saigon government, they were very powerful at that time. We were not the enemy, I have to say that. Yeah, so that's why we have to become the guerrillas. Yeah, so that's why the Vietnam War got climax when the U.S. soldiers, they used a chemical weapon. I mean the Agent Orange. Yeah, you know this one? Like the dioxin to kill the grass, the tree, the soil, the water, even the people. And they brought down around 19 million gallons right here. The orange area, this one, that is the place that they brought down the dioxin to kill the grass. But I mean the people at that time, they didn't die immediately. But I'm not sure with the next generation, because according to statistics, there were around 100,000 children were born at that time. Yeah, and until April 30, 1975, we get independence from the Saigon government. And let's talk a little bit about the victim of Agent Orange. Nowadays, they look like this one. From outside, look like the disabled people. Yeah. I don't want to show you something serious, okay, but like this, you know, after the Vietnam War, Vietnamese government, we also try to support for this community a lot, and there used to be some international organization from England, from Philippines, from Japan, and from Australia. They came to Vietnam to support for this community, and they said that actually they don't want to become the burden of society. So that's why some people, some local people surrounding their place, teach them how to make some handicraft products. By this way, they can contribute something to our society. For the rest stop that we are going to, that is one kind of place like this. Not only as a rest stop, yeah, it is also like the place that you show you. I mean, there will be the local guy, he or she will take you around there to show you whole other procedures. How can the victim of Agent Orange, they make some handicraft products. Otherwise, you can skip this one. It's still okay because I told you already. We have some restroom and cafeteria for you to buy something. Okay, that is also some basic information about the Cu Chi Tunnel that we are going to, and I will share you more when we get there. No worry about that. And I know that this morning maybe you have to wake up very early for the tour, for the morning group, and for you also. Yeah, right now I will leave you some moment to have a rest, because from here to the rest stop, let's see to get there. But no worry about that, because on the way to get there, we will stop at a rest stop for you to go to the restroom, or we have some cafeteria where you can buy some coffee or snack or something like that. Okay, and after we finish the rest stop, we back to the van and go straight back to and go straight to the Cu Chi Tunnel, where you can see some tank collection, gun collection, some bunker under the ground. And moreover, you also see some trap from the local people. And we still have one more activity. I mean, also the highlighted activity, getting through the tunnel under the ground by yourself. But please be careful about this one. I mean, consider about this one, because if you had any problem with your health, for example, your heart disease, your back, your knee, or something like that, you can consider to skip this one, because to get through the tunnel under the ground, you have to bend over like this. Yeah, up to 100 meter. Yeah, so that's why please consider about this one. Otherwise, you can skip this one. It is still okay, because we still have one more activity, that is you can take the gun, I mean shoot the gun by yourself, but it's not included in the tour. You have to order by yourself. You have to pay by yourself. In terms of the price, one bullet around 60,000 Việt Nam Dong, 60,000. But you cannot buy just only one. You have to buy at least 10. Yeah, for one time like this. I don't know why, because this one belongs to the military session. We have to follow the rules right there. And
will they accept a debit credit card or debit card?
You can pay by card.
Yeah,
it's still okay. Yeah, but 3% transaction fee.
Okay.
Yeah, around there. Okay. And at the end of the tour, we also enjoy the hamburger of the Cu Chi Tunnel. Hamburger. I will share you later when we get there. Okay. And we will visit the Cu Chi Tunnel around 1.5 hours, and after that we back to the van and go straight back to Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, and the estimated time usually around, let's see, maybe from 12
So for restroom facility, they stopped at the handicraft shops where the handicraft item is produced. Showed us how this particular item is being made in that shop.
They are very clever, even broken with like, but they happy. You know, they make a painting picture. It's very beautiful and good quality because they make by hand. One person, one step. It takes about 1 month. Yeah. I would like to show you the details on the surface. There are 3 ways to make the picture. This is the first way, he lay eggshell. The second way, he lay mother of pearls. Yeah, eggshells, mother of pearls. And the last way, hand painting, hand draw. They will paint 14 layers for this color. It takes 14 layers. Eggshells and mother of pearls one day. Yeah, they break the eggshell pan and put one by one these babies. You see 14 layers. You can see everyone. This is just one layer. You can see there. You can see the differences. 14 layers more beautiful. One day, one now. Today he is paint one more layer for the tiger. The eggshell polish, make them smooth and paint on the eggshell because eggshells are white and black, yeah, and brown. We only use duckets. And this panel, this is rosewood inside. You can hear it. Yeah, rosewood. We don't use any plastic or ceramic. It's black because we call for 24 layers of this lacquer on the wood. Yeah. You know, this lacquer made from the sap of the tree, cashew oil, and bamboo charcoal powder, so no chemicals. Before we make action on the wood, we call for 24 layers of lacquer on the wood. Over 24 layers of lacquer on the wood. Yeah, made it stronger, thicker, and waterproof, so it can be with different weather. You can hang this one under the sunlight, no problem, hot and cold. After try, very strong, and you can see. Yeah. Cover 24 layers of lacquer and then they polish on the surface by sandpaper to make the surface more smooth. Yeah. And then they break the eggshell pan one by one, these babies. Yeah. You see the eggshell, it's curved. It's curved, but when they break it smaller and flat, put one by one these babies on the wood. They use a knife. They break the eggshell smaller and move the eggshell on the surface until it became the tiger. So they have to learn long time to make one design. This is white, natural, brown, and black one.
I was surprised to find how they make this particular handicraft item with the help of eggshells. The eggshells which we normally discard, these Vietnamese people have found a way to make a livelihood out of this eggshell, which is actually very incredible. You can see how they make these beautiful handicraft items with the help of eggshell.
And then cut it later to make it look clear. After you lay eggshell, it's very rough. Eggshells are higher than background, so you can touch it. So the next step, we will polish on the surface. We comb on the top, put lacquer, and then polish by sandpaper. So remember your feeling. The next step, we'll show you after polishing. To make different eggshells and model put in one picture. They scanning the design purposes, and then you can use model pro. To put the lay model pro first, and then eggshell. Yeah, they get it. And now everyone, next way we'll show you model pro. Everyone, I would like to show you the quality of the after drying. Very strong. So strong, so not easy. So strong, lacquer. Yeah, and this is a model pro. Well, classical picture, famous picture. You can see under the light rainbow color. It's a real model of pro, real color. You get a model of pro from Harley. If you want to share with you how to do the real one, you can put it under the light and move it. You can see polish by brush pro until flat. You can see. To make it flat and thinner, but it's strong enough. Yeah, and then she is cutting by hand saw to design the detail. You can see. It needs carefully and patiently to get something to look. Let's get them on. Yeah, everyone has to look the most important step, polishing. Right? Because we need high quality. So after putting the lac on the surface, you see the double lac, and these are all liquid. 4 days for one layer. Yeah, then we will polish by Westbourne sandpaper until the surface smooth. You can see when he is polishing, the lacquer on the edge come out. Some lacquer stay on the surface. Make them smooth, it's same level. You can see after 3 times polishing, you can feel it. So smooth. Yeah. So we have good polishing. Everyone you can touch it. After polishing. Yeah. Yeah, you can see after polishing it's very smooth. You can see that tiger just first polishing, so the color not clearly, but after 3 times polishing. Yeah. You can see after 3 times polishing the tiger more beautiful. Yeah, 3 times polishing, first time. Yeah. 14 layers of paint, so polish, no problem. Yeah, and now ladies and gentlemen have a look on the left. We're going to show you how to finish the art.
Basically, this shows how they make this particular handicraft item. And first they take a wood body, as was told by him. They actually make it out of rosewood, and they don't use plastics. Then they varnish it, polish it, and finally the painting. They either do painting on this wood, or they do the handicraft item with the help of pearls in the sense the seashells, or they make these handicraft item with the help of eggshells. So 3 ways by which they make these handicraft items is with the help of painting, eggshell, and the seashells. And then this particular frame goes through different layers of polishing and shining, and to get the final product. So finally we reached our next stop, that is the Chuchi tunnels. So this is how the entrance to the tunnel looks like. So before entering the Chuchi tunnels, our guide was giving us some introduction regarding this area.
5250 kilogram. And by the way, I have the map to show you right here. You can come closer to see. My family come closer to see. This one. Yeah. This one that is the map that the US soldiers they dropped bomb down on Vietnam land. And according to statistics, there were around 500,000 tons of bomb was dropped down on Vietnam land right here. And the Vietnamese population back in this stage is around 20 million people. So which means that one Vietnamese person, they have to suffer 5 bombs like this. One Vietnamese at that time. Yeah. Okay. Keep going this way. I would like to introduce you something. I mean, the gun right here. Yeah, the first one we have will be the AK-47. You know this one, right? AK-47, very popular during the wartime, especially from the Viet Cong soldier side. Viet Cong, which means Vietnamese communists.
We will be experiencing firing with this AK-47 later in this video. ഇതും പണ്ടത്തെ ടണലായിരിക്കുമല്ലേ, ഒരു മോഡിഫൈ ചെയ്തിട്ട്.
We have enough people already.
So first of all, welcome to the Haha class. I have something to show you right here. Okay, first of all, we have the map right here. You can see. Yeah, and this one that is the Kuji district. Kuji district. So after 1.5 hours, where we are here. This one. And surprisingly, we're still in Ho Chi Minh City, but outskirt area. Because the Saigon Central right there. Saigon Central right there, and the international airport right here. Yeah, this one. Okay, as you can see, we have different color, right? For different meanings. I will show you. So first of all, we have the red one. We're going to like the liberation zone because it's work controlled totally by the Vietcong soldiers. Vietcong soldier in the red zone right here. And by the way, you also see some some black lights. Yeah, some black lights right here. That is the Kuti tunnel. I'm sorry, that is the Kuti tunnel system with 3 level. So that's why they build some yellow right here, the Jersey Hamlet. Okay, and some blue color. This one that is the U.S. Army bases. U.S. Army bases. Yeah, and included international airport also. Move to this side, the diagram of the Kuti tunnel. We have 3 levels deep under the ground. The first level, the second, and the third one right here. Okay, I will show you one by one from the left to the right. So first of all, the first level, around 3 meters deep under the ground. Yeah, we have this one, the meeting bunker, the biggest bunker under the ground. This one, the dining bunker, or the resting, the dining or the kitchen bunker also. Yeah, the resting bunker, the storage, and the fighting bunker right here. But you can see, even under the ground, but we still have the kitchen. I mean, we still have the dining bunker. How can? Because let imagine, when you cook something under the ground, the smoke will emit out of the ground. And the US soldiers, we know what we are doing, right? And we drop a lot of bomb to destroy. So that's why I will share you the technique for that. You can see this one. We have that is the stove or the oven. Yeah, when you cook something, the smoke will emit out and lead to the first one. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one we're gonna slide the chimney system. The chimney system, okay? When you cook something, the smoke will lead to the first one. And when the first one get enough smoke, will lead to the second one as a filter. Keep doing like this until it emits out of the crowd. At that time, the smoke look like the mist. And the best time to use this one, early morning from 4 to 5 a.m. Okay, and we move down to the tunnel. We have the triangle shape right here. This one, that is the bomb shelter, so that's why this one used to be the safest place, usually for pregnant women and the children also. Okay, when we go down to the tunnel, it's more narrow and darker, so that's why we just use the second and the third floor for emergency situation, because you can see that is the way that the Kuti tunnel system connected with the Saigon River right here. But you can see we also have the water well inside the tunnel. Why didn't we drink the water from the river and we have to dig this one? Why?
Poison.
Yeah, because of the Agent Orange I mentioned before, right? Maybe this one get contaminated already and polluted from the dioxin, from the Agent Orange. Yeah, so that's why we have to dig this one. And to make this one, we have to dig around 18 to 20 meters under the ground to have this one. And we also have some trap, yeah, inside the tunnel. Why do we have this one? For us? For enemy, of course, but yeah, for enemy, of course, but I have the picture to show you.
So our guide was basically explaining us regarding the Chuchi tunnel system, the 3 layers in the Chuchi tunnels, and how they cooked, how they retrieved drinking water, everything. So this place in the suburbs of Ho Chi Minh City is something which is a must visit area. So basically now we are going to explore the Chuchi tunnel system and various methods used by the Viet Cong soldiers in order to survive inside the tunnel.
That we covered and lead with some soil and leaf for what? For camouflage. And after that, raise your hand up to the sky and keep your arm straight. By this way, your body will smaller and squat down. Yeah, by this way, disappear, right? Okay. Yeah, that's the way we can get through the secret entrance. Okay, so who would like to try this one? You want to try? Okay. Okay, so move here. Because back in this day, it didn't look like this one, no grass on the top, no fence like this, look like the secret entrance. You just know whenever you fall down here. So that's why they have to be very careful back in this day. Okay. Wanna spin again? Like this? Yeah. Okay. Now we make a room for the other room. Okay, this way. And if right there we have the secret entrance, my family, right there if we have the secret entrance, this one we call it like the opening sentence. Yeah, because you can see it opening just like this. Very helpful during the wartime for the Vietcong soldiers. Let imagine when they were being chased by the enemy, and at that time they did not have enough time to detect where is the secret entrance. This one very helpful for them. Just jump inside and stay for a short time, and after that they can get out of the tunnel immediately. So that's why this one just worth you during the dry season, because whenever it rains, inside very muddy, not good for you when you stay longer inside. Because sometimes I saw some insect, some animal, for example snake, bats or something like that inside. Okay.
These are some mannequins of gorillas sitting under a shade.
And right here, yeah, but the original version look like this one. I mean, they use the bamboo tree because inside the bamboo it's empty. So that's why we can take the oxygen from the ground and supply for the local people under the ground. But as you can see, it's so out like this, easy to know what is that. And so that's why the US soldiers, they drop bomb to destroy, right? So that's why we have to upgrade it from this one into the version 2.0, this one. Yeah, from outside look like the termites or look like the ant hills, right? And around in here you can see a lot of these kind of termites like this one, and all the way later you will see a lot. So that's why even the Vietnamese people at that time, we didn't know which one is the real one and which one is the fake one. So that's why the US soldiers, they use the animal to support them. That is the German Shepherd. The German Shepherd, because they sniff very well. For the first time, we cover around here with some chili and pepper powder, and it worked. Yeah, because whenever the doctor came here, they sneeze. But it happened many times, so that's why the US soldiers, they confused. Why? Well, whenever the doctor came here, they sneeze, and they know exactly that is the real one. So that's why we have to change another solution. After we kill the US soldiers, we take some belongings belong to the US side, and after that we cut this one into small pieces. Also cover around here. I mean, whenever the doctor came here, the smell is quite familiar with them, and they skip this one, you would be safe because of that. Yeah, another solution. Okay. It's very busy right there.
US soldiers.
I will give you the information first, and after that you can have a look.
This is nothing but ventilation shafts. The Viet Cong ingeniously disguised the ventilation shafts as ant hills, allowing them to breathe fresh air while remaining hidden from the enemy. The ant hills were a clever camouflage technique to conceal the presence of tunnels from the American soldiers. While you walk through this area, you can see several antlers of different shapes and sizes. This is one of the tankers used by the American force.
I mean, the surrounding spine will be covered or high under the ground, like this one. And in the middle, just the plate in the middle left. And when you step in the middle, what will happen? Look. Okay. Yeah, this kind of spine right here will get through your leg and keep your leg inside. Okay. Move to another one. We have the ambit trap right here. You can see usually when you fall down somewhere, you usually raise your hand up to the sky, right? Naturally. But sometimes at that time, this kind of spine right here will get through your ambit and keep you like this. Okay. And the rolling trap, right? And back in this day, the U.S. soldiers, they organized a lot of operation to break into. At that time, the local people, they will say, at that time. Yeah. Can see? So which one do you want to try?
These are traps in the Chuchi tunnels. This comes in various sizes and shapes.
Okay.
The Viet Cong laid down invisible but deadly traps all over the forest floor. This consists of a hole in the ground filled with sharp-ended bamboo and then another bamboo to cover above that would keep the ground and leaves in place to disguise the trap. There were different layouts of the traps. These were simple but effective traps.
To ask you one question, come closer to see clearly. What is the difference between them? Not from material, because all of them was made of tire. You can see tire from tire. Yeah, from the truck.
So basically our guide was telling us that they were wearing the sandals in a reverse manner, meaning the broader part comes in front and the narrow part comes behind, thereby confusing the American soldiers.
The dinosaur size.
दीदी वाला छोटा नहीं मिल रहा है ना हाँ दीदी
Outside for the bomb crater. This one, the bomb crater looks like this one. That is the bomb crater from bomb 52, from B52, bomb B52. All the dustpan right here for because let imagine when you dig the tunnel, a lot of soil will be redundant, and the U.S. soldiers will just.
So our guide was basically explaining us that the the making of the tunnels or digging of the tunnels used to take place at night in order to avoid the US soldiers' sight.
Don't be scared, we turn on. Yeah, you can see two guys are cutting the bomb and take the TNT powder inside out. You make it cooler, and after that we cut a little bit, and water again, cut a little bit. By this way, we can take the TNT powder out. Okay? And another side, this guy, he boiling the bomb shell into the liquid. And from the liquid, we can recycle it into the spine, into the top. Okay? And if you ask me how to make the bomb shell,
This was where the unexploded bombs were brought and TNT powder was extracted from it and for the future use. We can also try going inside the tunnel and then walking for some distance. Some may find it claustrophobic, so do not try if you are claustrophobic.
Wait. Keep going.
Oh, this is deep. Deep.
Đổ xuống giùm em cái. Keep going.
Okay.
Không đi, cho quay lên cô quay. Ok. Follow me.
Yeah.
Ok, keep going. Ok, được hơn đây xin hả? Đi hết rồi đó. Do you want more? Quay lại nữa đi.
No, this.
Do you want more?
No.
Okay, this way.
Okay.
It's enough for my life. But,
Uh-huh.
welcome back.
Okay.
You are our hero. Just only you. Hi, cut, hi, cut.
How was it?
How was it? Come to the shooting range. Under the control of Communist Party, Communist people, we are not. This is the only place in the South Vietnam that you can shoot a gun by yourself, officially. I mean, legally. Otherwise, you are not allowed to do that. You know. Okay. So, who would like to join the shooting activity? Let me know. You. Okay, 3 of you, right? Okay, so if you don't wanna join the activity, we have some table and chairs right here, and you can have a shot practice. And we also have a table that you can put on. It's very helpful for you.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Can one bullet cost around 60,000 dong, and you have to buy 10 bullets for the firing.
For example, some sugar and salt also, and we steam it. Yeah, we place this one and we left them here for 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes we take it out and place on the mold right here. Yeah, just wait. Yeah, and after that we take it out. Take it out by this way. You guys see? Okay. And usually for the dry season like this, we take out around 2 or 3 hours to get dry. And after it get dry already, it look like the rice paper you saw.
അതാണ്
Yeah, the
റൈസ്
rice
പേപ്പറിന്
to
ഡിസൈൻ
make
വരുന്നത്
the spring roll.
മനസ്സിലായോ?
Okay.
After spending some time, we found how difficult the life of the Viet Cong soldiers were, and we were also served an evening dish, which is nothing but what Viet Cong soldiers used to eat. That is the tapioca and a mixture of salt, sugar, and peanut. ഒരു ബോംബ് ക്രിയേറ്റർ ആണ് കേട്ടോ. ബോംബൻ
Look at this one. And right there, this one, the dining bunker. The dining bunker and the chimney system right here. It's just the model, not the real one. You can see the smoke from that, but the real one is like a mist. Yeah.
So that was all about the Chuchi Tunnel tours, and then after the tours we went back to our bus and then back to the Ho Chi Minh city.